Hey guys, how are you? Hope you're all doing very well, whatever time it is in your part of the world. Hopefully you're watching a lot of films, and hopefully you're going to find this review that I'm about to do interesting. So the film I'm reviewing is a drama from France, French language English subs, released in the year 2011, directed by Oliver Nakache and Eric Toledano, and this movie is called The Intouchables. So The Intouchables, the story is as follows. Based on a true story of friendship between an eccentric handicapped millionaire and his street-smart ex-con caretaker, The Intouchables depicts an unlikely camaraderie rooted in honesty and humour between two individuals who on the surface would seem to have nothing in common. From paragliding through the Alps to high-speed thrill rides in a supercharged Aston Martin, they form an unexpected friendship and embark on an inspiring adventure that will change their lives forever. So there is a billionaire who is paralysed due to an accident he had while paragliding. So that's his biggest passion, is the outdoors, but he can't do that. So he's confined to this wheelchair, he's paralysed from the neck down, and he needs a carer. So at the start of the movie, he's going through the potential carers, so he's doing interviews, but he doesn't come across anybody who he likes until he meets Driss. Now, Driss is a very troubled young man from the project area of Paris, so a very poor community. He's a very family-orientated man, but he's finding it very, very difficult because he's hanging around the wrong sort of people. So he comes across as very intimidating, and he wants to prove to the government that he's looking for work. So he's going to go around to all these jobs, apply, but he doesn't really want the job. He just wants to make it look like he's getting it so he can get unemployment benefits from the government. So he comes to this billionaire's mansion and he goes for the job interview with no intention of really getting it. So immediately there is a connection that the billionaire feels that he didn't get with anyone else. So he asks Driss if he would like a trial period of 2 weeks. Now, the billionaire doesn't think that Driss is going to go anywhere near 2 weeks because he just doesn't seem to be that kind of person. But for some reason, the billionaire really connects with him. So as 2 weeks pass, Driss is still with him, and they form a very unlikely friendship that will change their lives forever. So that's all I'm going to give you on the synopsis of The Intouchables. If you want to know more, please go out there and see this film for yourself. Now my thoughts on The Intouchables. There is, every now and then a film comes along that really changes you as a person, and it gives you renewed hope that there are films like this that will still out there, that will still make you feel and will give you renewed hope for humanity, basically. And it shows that don't judge a book by its cover. Now, what I love about the movie so much, and believe me, there is a lot to love about this film, is the humanity in it. And it doesn't feel like it's exaggerated. So it doesn't feel like you're watching a movie. It actually feels like you're watching somebody's life. And the fact that this is a biography, it's based on a real-life story of this guy and his caretaker, I thought it was done with respect. It wasn't done for entertainment value. It was just done to show you how beautiful this friendship was, and it will make you feel really, really good because you get two very unlikely characters in the billionaire, who's an upper class guy. You could dismiss him as a snob. He's got a lot of really good possessions. He's got a big house, but you feel sorry for him because he's been through this accident. But the movie doesn't feel sorry for him, and that's the beauty of it, and that's why you feel sorry for him, because it doesn't want sympathy. It's basically showing you the positivity out of things that come out of nowhere, and it's basically shining a light on positives from negatives. So if this guy wasn't paralysed, if he didn't have this accident, he wouldn't have had his life changed by this person in very unlikely circumstances. So it does show you that good things can come out of nowhere. And the whole film is just about friendship and how powerful a friendship can be. Now then, on the other side, you've got the guy from the projects. He's from a very, very run-down community. His mother doesn't like him. She kicks him out. His family is very, very troubled because they're related to, gang-related sort of incidents that they have. So you feel sorry for him, but once again, the film doesn't feel sorry for that character. And so it gives you an insight into these guys and the differences, the contrast between each character, and you think to yourself, there's no way that these two are going to become friends. And the movie doesn't really have stereotypical sort of qualities to it as well, whereas the billionaire, a lot of these films, you've got the billionaire who thinks he's too good for the poor guy, and the poor guy who resents this guy because, he's living an easy life, and then all of a sudden they just become friends. But this movie, you like them straight away. The billionaire doesn't come across as a snob. He just comes across as a person who has had something very bad happen to him, but he wants a renewed look at life. And then you've got the guy from the projects, stereotypical. He'd be very angry, violent, very, very rude. He's not. Straight away, I like the character of Driss. I thought, straight away, as soon as I saw him, absolutely liked him. He's just very, very likable. But you can understand that he is that way because he's being brought up in a tough environment. So it kind of feels like, although the friendship is very unlikely, they're bringing, different elements to the table, and that's what's making them better as people. This billionaire has realised how hard it is for some people, and this guy with this, the hard lifestyle is realizing that there are better things out there. So it's kind of like they're bringing different things to the table and they're making each other's lives interesting. So it's a very, very feel-good film, and I really, really liked it. Now, another movie that I can compare this to was The Diving Bell and the Butterfly. I thought that was a very inspirational film, although that was kind of leaning towards the depressive sort of feeling, whereas this movie, I think it's better than The Diving Bell and the Butterfly, only just, but it feels so positive. There is no negativity. That, the bad things have happened in these guys' lives, but it doesn't dwell on it. It just focuses on what it is all about. And what it's all about is the power of friendship and not judging a book by its cover. And that if you let someone into your life, that they have the possibility of changing your opinion of them. And that's exactly what the film does. So it does show you that, not all poor people are evil, beggars, robbers, and not all rich people are snobs. And that's what I loved about it. Just the humane approach, and it was done very, very well. Now, for this to work, the characters to work, it needed good acting. And Francois Cluzet, who plays the billionaire, and Omar Sy, who plays Driss, do knockout performances. I thought their acting was absolutely phenomenal. I hope that these two get, the recognition they deserve, because it's some of the best performances you will see. Very subdued. It doesn't feel like they're trying, it's just coming through naturally, and that's what gives the film so much realism. It is based on a true story, as I said, and I don't think it would have done it justice if it was going to go down a Hollywood formula. When they get together, they're friends, and all of a sudden they have a fight and then they come back. That's kind of like the formula to these types of films, but that doesn't follow that. So it actually feels like you're following their life, and it just feels very natural. Now, the comedy aspect of the movie, this is hilarious. I was not expecting the level of humor that the film has. There were jokes in the film that I was laughing out loud. I thought the script is extremely witty, phenomenally written, and it gives the actors an opportunity to really thrive. And so, on a production value, the cinematography is excellent. It shows you different sort of landscapes, and it shows you the adventure that these two have, which they probably wouldn't have had if they hadn't have met each other. So it is a movie about humans bringing out the best in each other, and the ending was very, very heartwarming. And it's just the type of film that you would watch after you've seen a really horrifying horror movie that's disturbed you, that's really made you down. If you want a movie that is really going to spark up the light in you again, The Intouchables will do it. There is no negativity to the film. It's a very clean sort of movie, so it's a lot of fun for the family. There are sort of themes, drug-related themes, but it's never really exaggerated to the point where it's going to be disturbing. It's just, as I said, a tale about friendship and the beauty that friendship can bring out in us. So overall, this is a masterpiece. It has got so much recognition. It's been regarded as the most successful French film of all time. I can see why, because movies like this don't come around enough, and when they do, you definitely have to go and take advantage of it. So for The Intouchables, I'm giving it 5 stars. One of those films where I cannot pick out a flaw. So absolutely fantastic and coming highly, highly recommended. Alright guys, that's my review for The Intouchables. I hope you enjoyed it. Till next time, keep watching movies, and I'll see you later.